Okay, this is XCOM, and I thought I'd upload one or two videos from this game, as I haven't played it in a couple of months, but when it came out originally I kind of played it obsessively, and I thought, why not just put some up on my channel. So let's start. You're going to see my little band of troops swoop down to the surface, and
Menace 1-5, we have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
well, I don't know whether you heard all that, but that's basically what I've got to do with these 4 people. I've got to get them over here somewhere, and they've got to place some explosives on a monument and blow it up as kind of a message to the aliens. So this is a turn-based game.
Affirmative, moving out.
I get 2 turns from each character. The idea is to do this secretly so that you don't tip off too many aliens.
On the move.
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice if I'm ever in a conversation with someone at some point in the future and they want to know what XCOM is about, instead of just
Moving on target.
showing them somebody else's YouTube video, I could show them my own and say, well, this is kind of the gist of it. Now, the further you go with these characters, the more risk you run of activating a group of aliens. But
Heading to that location.
I'm taking a bit of a risk here because he's going way out. But that's okay, and if he's okay there, then I guess I can move the rest of them.
Rolling.
This little red mark here gives me my direction, so I'm trying to go all the way over here, and I have to plant some explosives on this monument. And it's raining. Right, I've lost my place, and here we go. So let's go to this guy, bring him down here. This guy, is it a guy or a girl? It's a girl. I keep leaning on my desk, and I know I can't really hear it because I've become so accustomed to it, but every time I lean on it, I'm sure the microphone picks up the creaks and groans. So that noise was the aliens. They haven't seen me yet, they don't know where I am, which is good.
Moving out.
What I'd like to do is get on top of this building. I'd like to get well, I can't yet. You can go inside buildings as well, but I don't want to go in here because that little red flag up here means that I'm going to be spotted. If I go in there, we have to go there. I'd really like to get up here. It's always good to get high. It's always good to get high.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Here. So this guy can get up
No need to ask twice.
the drain pipe. These are very fit soldiers. That's cool. So far so good.
On it.
We haven't come across any aliens yet, and that's good. The closer we can get to this destination without being picked up the
Got
belly.
it. Moving. Movement. It's close.
Movement. It's close, so
On my way.
the enemy is near. I'm gonna leave him there for the moment. He does have another move left. Each of the characters have 2 moves.
Heading there now.
After the first move, they can shoot their weapons. After the second move, they cannot. So I'm taking a bit of a risk here. I'm pushing him. Ah, here we go. Well, has he been spotted?
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Thank you, Central. I'm just going to turn up the volume a little bit here. I'm just not sure if we're picking up Central. So,
Good copy. Moving on target.
I'm going to move him over there. I'm going to try and move them all as close as I can.
I'm all over it.
The idea being that if we get in a good position here, we can
Roger that.
ambush these 3 bad guys. And I'm going to set this last soldier, I'm going to set her on Overwatch, which means
I'm on it.
she will have a shot if any of these guys... they haven't. That's good, they haven't seen us.
Moving on target location.
So, what I'm going to do now is he's going to take a shot. He's got an 88% chance of taking this guy out. Actually, we've also got explosives. They've got 1 grenade each. It'd be really cool if we could get the grenade to the truck. But I don't think any of my soldiers can, no, they can't throw that far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the other 3 guys on Overwatch, which means
Moving to Overwatch.
Got my eyes on.
which means they're ready to fire. And then this guy, he's going to shoot. So let's see what happens here. Here we go. 1 down.
Neutralized. Well, would you look at that?
Now the other
They
2
got our
removed.
position.
The question is, will we be able to take them out?
Got him.
Taken care of.
They don't always hit the targets, especially these early soldiers in the game. These are rookies, and they're kind of prone to miss. The reason these guys hit is because they're up high, and that gives them an advantage. But we're not finished yet. We've still got another maybe 3 or 4 soldiers left. But unfortunately, we have to come down from this vantage point because we need to get over here. And if I were to just leave them here to wait for the next battalion of bad guys, nothing much would happen. So they really have to
Moving to
come down.
designated coordinates.
Once they come down on the ground, they will lose their advantage. So there's the
Advent
other
officers
3.
seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
We've been spotted. But this isn't so bad. It's not too good for this guy. It's not too good for him at all. He's got one move left. He's going to use his grenade because now he's close enough to take this guy out at least.
Throwing grenade!
Which he has. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. But now, my guys, maybe their height advantage will do them some good. Or maybe not. I wish I could get the grenade to this guy. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take him down to here.
On my way!
Extremely fit, these soldiers. He just jumped off that 3-story building. And he's gonna launch a grenade, and this time he can hit.
Here, catch!
This may take the truck out. And it did. Unfortunately, it didn't do any damage to this guy, who's he's tougher to kill. So I'm gonna go here. These are the Advent forces, and this is one of the higher soldiers who's got more life than the other guys, but that's good. I can hit him with a grenade. And grenades are good because you destroy the cover. And she's got now a 85% chance of taking him down. I can do that, or I can, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use her grenade, because the grenade, she could miss with the shot, but she's not going to miss with the grenade.
Boom!
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. Menace 1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
Well, that's good news. The area is clear for the moment, so I shall overwatch
Got it covered.
everybody,
On Overwatch.
which means they're basically ready to fire at anybody that walks into their line. And this guy,
Menace 1-5, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds.
yeah, we hear
We
you.
need to get those charges planted on the double.
And now we're going to plant the charges. And we're going to blow up this building. I think we have a cutscene.
Menace 1-5, rendezvous at the extraction point.
I think we have a cutscene now. Here we go.
Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charges.
And there we go. There's a lot of luck involved. Not a lot of, well, there is, yeah. There's a fair amount of luck involved in these missions. I was kind of lucky here. I had a flawless mission because I managed to get up to a high vantage point, and all the bad guys just really presented themselves in a very easy way for me to take them out. Doesn't always work like that. I'm playing at, there are 4 levels to the game, just to say I'm playing Veteran, which is the second level, and then after this there's a harder level after Veteran, which is Commander, I think, and then there is a harder level yet again, which is Legend. So I guess you could say I'm playing kind of in the, somewhere in the medium kind of level. And what happens now is these guys will return to the ship because that's where the resistance is taking place. That's where everything is organized in. Kind of a spaceship they've stolen from the enemy aliens, and they will return as heroes for today. Come on. And of course there were rookies, but after doing so glorious, they will all be promoted now, and they will all gain a special ability. So let's just do that before I go. This guy has just become a...
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in...
Yeah. They're also trained in something, I don't know why, but that... he always gets cut off here, so that's one guy. This girl has become a grenadier, which means she's our explosives expert.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever
this guy is called
we need
Bradford, I think. He's Central Command, he never stops talking. So that's her. The next guy is promoted to being a specialist.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones.
What he was going to say is they deploy robotic drones to destroy the enemy. So they're interesting. As the game goes on, everybody gets, as you can see here, they unlock more and more features as they get promoted all the way up to Colonel. And they become more and more expert at what they do. So the last one will then be the Ranger.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit.
He's like the
moving
scout.
Independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
So that's it. That's the 4 of them. There are 4 promoted soldiers, but there is...
Commander, to the research labs.
I think I'm the commander, so that's me. I'm supposed to go to the research lab. Let's do this before we finish.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Teigen, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but
Nothing.
we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support
So this is
personnel
the
and resources to me,
alien
I could
ship, and he is
substantially
the science
improve the
officer,
speed
basically.
of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
there's lots of games like this, I guess, with similar storylines, and I haven't really been attracted to any of them, but this one I like the graphics in it, and I like the story, and like I say, in my I don't know, over the last 4 or 5 years, I've only ever really played 3 or 4 games at the most. Most of them really don't appeal to me, so it's quite rare when one does. And when it does appeal to me, and when I get into it, I get kind of obsessive about it. So he wants me to give him something to do, so I'm going to give him some work, basically, and then I'm going to go to engineering.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine.
She is
Should
kind
fix
of
that
the Scotty
stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover.
of the
It'll
Avenger.
work. Commander, getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you think.
She builds the weapons and things. She's a bit
Lily
of a
Shen,
whiz.
Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father.
Yes, I was.
In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet.
No, they didn't. He's
gone.
dead, isn't he?
Dad gave everything he had to get us.
She's
this far.
talking about a character
This
from
entire
XCOM
ship
1,
Is
which
his life's work.
I never played XCOM 1. This is
I know
XCOM 2,
he
so
would
they're
have
kind of
loved to show you around the place
linking
himself.
the 2 games together. Some of the characters are
He
from
used to talk
XCOM 1
about
or
you
in
a lot.
XCOM 2.
You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Good girl. Get back to work. What else? Oh, Command. This is where I get to meet Central guy Bradley.
As far as I can tell, Advent's technology, along with most of what
no.
we've seen going on in the city centers, is based on variations, and in some cases improvements, of the
Is it
existing
here,
alien...
perhaps? The bridge.
Commander.
Ah, right.
Good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry. Not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both.
I've got 4
ship
soldiers.
is yours.
You expect me to do all that with 4 soldiers? And so
While we prepare for new operations and continue our research, we
That's
can
Bradley.
pass time
He,
by scanning at sites like this
he
one.
basically fills us in
On
with
your
all the
order,
knowledge
we'll
we need to
start our
know as we
scans on
go
the
along.
surrounding area.
And
Commander, one of our resistance contacts just tipped us off to a site that may be worth investigating.
Avenger plotting new course.
this is the ship we're in. Actually, this is, I think that's called
Commander,
the Avenger.
The Avenger's remote scanning capabilities will help us search the area for clues or other resources.
And so we basically travel
It's going
around
to
the
take some
world.
time, though. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
These findings will likely prove crucial to
We
our
travel
ongoing
around-
efforts, Commander.
Shut up. We travel around the world and we try and
Setting course for the
Thank you for sending
make
additional
allies
support staff to assist
and
me,
try and
Commander.
clear
I
the
will make
world
sure they
from
are put to good use.
the aliens. As you can see there, we've got the whole map. And as we fly around, we kind of go from one battle to the next, and that is XCOM. I may come back and do a few more missions. Like I said, I just want to, because I've played this game so much, I wanted to upload just a couple to the channel for prosperity, I suppose. And because I haven't played it in a while and I'm kind of in the humor to do a couple of missions. And with that, I shall sign off for now and maybe come back in a few days with mission number 2. Adios.